Hi, and welcome to another episode of ECCB Connects, a program produced by the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank to share with you who we are, what we do, and how we serve you. On this episode, participants of the ECCB Bright Sparks Programme share with us their journey from internship to the world of work. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this message.
Hey, there is something you need to do. Go to the Google Play Store and download the Smart Finance app. Yes, it's the Smart Finance app. Just type Smart Finance app in the search area, but make sure to type the $ for the S in Smart, and you will find it. It's a bright yellow and green bulb with a $ in the center. This app is useful and provides lots of information about savings, budgeting, investing, and other financial matters. So be smart and download the Smart Finance app today.
Thanks for staying connected. The ECCB Bright Sparks Programme offers students in information technology across the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union the opportunity to gain hands-on experience in a professional IT work environment. Since its inception in 2017, 5 of the region's young IT Bright Sparks have benefited from the program. We now present to you the stories of 3 of the most recent Bright Sparks participants.
Well, my interest in information technology started before I even knew I had an interest. I remember getting my first computer at the age of 8, and I was so fascinated as to what I was able to do at such a young age.
Seeing how my brother is so interested in IT, that started my interest into knowing more. And what piqued my interest in IT was because of a specific teacher that I had in high school.
My involvement in IT would have started back in Form 3, I believe, when I was in St. Lucia at secondary school. I had a really good IT teacher that really sold the subject to me, and from that point onward, I was hooked.
Things took a turn when I attended the St. Joseph Convent St. George's School back home in Grenada. That's where I got a greater exposure as to what IT really was, and it piqued my interest, and from since then, well, as you can see, I'm here doing IT at the ECCB.
I would have heard about the Bright Sparks program towards the end of my time at Sir Arthur Lewis Community College. That would have been my second year, and I would be finishing up my final project. The way I was introduced to it is that we would be presenting our final technical project towards a bunch of teachers in the department, other teachers throughout the school, and one specific recruiter from the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank.
So after I graduated from my secondary school, I took the decision to pursue information technology at my local college, which is abbreviated TAMCC. While I was in year 1, I heard about the Bright Sparks program because one of the former Bright Sparks was actually hailed from that college. For me, I thought that it would be impossible to get an opportunity to come here because someone was recently selected from my country back home in Grenada. Until one day, I was on my way home from robotics club and I received a call from my dean. She told me that I got selected. I was so happy, but at the same time a bit disappointed. She told me that my internship was to start July 1st. However, I would have been graduating July 19th of that year. I decided to take the idea home to my family. We spoke about it and they encouraged me to take the opportunity. Luckily, I was still able to attend my graduation and traveled the Saturday of the same week to St. Kitts to start this internship.
During our capstone project at the college CFBC, I was focusing on my project, which was about robotics and humanoid. And then I was told by my lecturer that I got a chance to interview for an opportunity at the Bright Sparks program. So I took the opportunity. I went through the interview and I really thank ECCB for giving me the opportunity to be a part of the Bright Spark program. And I also thank my interviewer who were Earl St. Ange and Derek Leons.
I never expected that my project would have led me to be chosen as a Bright Spark. I was just trying to present a project that I was passionate about and hope that other people could get as passionate about it as I was. So to come to find that it would have led me to being chosen as a Bright Spark, that was unexpected. I was happy for it, but it was unexpected.
I had so much expectation leaving my beautiful country to come to another one. Firstly, I didn't really know anyone here at the time. However, that did not stop me. I still kept an open mind. At some times, I was sad. I would have even cried. But at the end of the day, I kept looking forward, meeting new persons, getting that encouragement until I was able to build another family.
When I first came to ECCB as a Bright Spark intern, my mind was blank. I had no expectations, but yet I expect a lot. We did an orientation with the other two interns with me. The HR department was really friendly, and at first I was nervous, and the HR department was really good at trying to prepare us before we enter the office. And as we entered the office, I was shocked again because it wasn't what I expect. Rather, it was more than what I expect.
It hadn't really sunk in yet until I landed in St. Kitts. So from the packing to making sure that everything for my flight was ready to getting on the plane, it was all surreal to me, and it only finally sank in when I landed in St. Kitts that I was really getting to do this. And it was just a wave of excitement, a little bit of anxiety, but I was happy for it. In the classroom, I learned about computers, what people might expect of me, but to actually be in a world of work and doing those things was a completely different experience. But the knowledge that I gained from Sir Arthur helped me to adapt to working here, and even the stuff that I wasn't completely comfortable with, there was definitely help along the way to point me in the direction of where I should be going.
When I was in college, my experience was like, oh, I'm reading about a concept. And as I entered the office and having the concept in mind, I was able to see how the concept can be executed and how it can help others in the field and also ECCB as a whole.
In new experiences, there are definitely some growing pains about how I'd adapt, but after some point in time, it definitely felt like I made the right decision coming here and that I've made a kind of home here. I definitely feel like this is where I belong.
Being a Bright Sparks intern, I must say, was one of the greatest achievements of my life. I was able to build on the knowledge that I was exposed to at my college, as well as learn new skills, interact with persons, also learn the culture from the 8 member state countries. I was even able to show myself approved and earn a STAR award.
Being female working in the IT field, which is heavily male-dominated, would mean I'd have to elbow my way into a lot of conversations to prove my worth. So being chosen as a Bright Sparks intern to work and contribute in whatever way I can definitely makes me feel like I am speaking and helping to break that pattern, to prove that women are definitely worth being put into this field and that we can make a great contribution to it and that our gender shouldn't have to rule us out.
As a female entering the IT department at ECCB, I was afraid of how I would be accepted. However, everyone at the office were welcoming and I was able to contribute and express my ideas and opinions on certain matters, and I was given room to grow.
Being a female in IT is nothing new for me. I was one of 4 girls in a class of 25 boys back at my college, and now I continue to make my mark in this field at the ECCB.
Well, winding down towards the end of my internship, I was definitely wondering what my next steps would be. So, getting the call that I had been chosen to be taken on to staff was amazing, to say the least. I was very thankful for being chosen to continue helping the bank any way I could, especially seeing as once we went into the pandemic that we got shifted into telecommuting. I definitely felt that there would definitely need a lot of technical assistance.
My experience with telecommuting has been great. Most persons would say that it's a bit challenging, but for me, if I can telecommute all my life, I will.
It was a bit difficult to get used to because telecommuting is you working at home where there are multiple factors of disturbance that you might get from home. But in the end, I was able to get better at time management and also to stay focused at work.
When I just started telecommuting, it was a bit shaky in the sense that I had to transition from the work environment to a home work environment. But in addition to that, I also had to help staff transition into the home work environment. But that still did not stop me, and I'm sure persons can attest that they prefer telecommuting.
If I had to talk to myself back towards the beginning of the internship, I do not think she'd believe me about what I was able to accomplish so far, given all that has changed in a matter of months. But I definitely feel like I would be satisfied with the amount of stuff I was able to get done, and even more grateful for the opportunity that I was able to do it.
What's next for me? Well, because of the uncertainty brought about by the pandemic, I'm enjoying my experience and my knowledge gain at ECCB. Maybe later down in the future, I'll further my study and come back and contribute more to the region.
What's next for me would be to just keep on learning, whether it be at the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank or school or going out into the wider world of work. I'm happy to keep on learning and keep using what I've learned to make a greater impact on the world.
That's a really good question. I would like to go away and study, but I would like to stay here and work. Given the pandemic, I guess we'll have to wait and see, but as for now, I'm happy at ECCB.
I am connected.
I am connected.
I am connected.
Are you connected? Have you liked the ECCB Connect's Facebook page and subscribed to the YouTube channel? It's quick and easy. Next time you go check in for the latest scoop on Facebook, just search for ECCB Connects and hit like. While you're at it, check us out on YouTube. Search for ECCB Connects and hit subscribe. And just like that, you're connected. But don't keep it all to yourself. Invite your relatives, friends, associates, and even your Facebook stalkers to get connected too. Hey, you're not on Facebook? No problem. Send us a WhatsApp message to 662-2561 and we'll connect you to our broadcast list. So come on, get connected.
That brings us to the end of another episode of ECCB Connects. Thank you for watching. We invite you to connect with us next week for another program.